Hello and welcome to another quest battle video for Total War Warhammer 2. We're going to be fighting a Dark Elf quest for Malekith, and it's the Circlet of Iron. The Witch King desires the power contained within the Shrine of Ultimate Darkness. And what Malekith wants he usually gets. It's like a spoilt little brat. The Chaos Gods know full well what the Witch King plans, so send their mortal followers to thwart him. Okay, so we're going to be fighting a lot of Chaos guys. Let's take a look. Some Forsaken and some Chaos Knights, but we can expect a lot more than that, I imagine. So we'll fight it on hard as we've been doing with the other quest battles. Let's jump in.
Chaos stretches bore me. At least with the Asur, I can enjoy their death screams. Yet, it is a labor that must be undertaken. I claim this altar, not in Cain's name, but mine own. Savants of the desperate gods, I advise you, stay out of my way. If not, you shall face the might of the Truki. And our ways of killing are far more inventive than your own.
Okay, so let's pause up there and take a look at the terrain and this wonderful map. All the maps in Warhammer 2 are pretty nice to look at. You can see the altar up here as we swing up. Some skulls on the side. And we can see the enemy forces just coming up on top of that hill, and that's really where we want to be. So they've got some Forsaken and those Chaos Knights, which could be a bit of a problem. But what do we have? That's the question. So we've got some Black Orc Corsairs, dual sword infantry, we've got some Blackguard of Nagaron halberds, some Bleak swords, Dread spears, some Black Orc Corsairs with handbows, Dark shards, more Dark shards, Cold One Knights, some Dark Rider shock cavalry, Common Chariot and Missile cavalry, and a bolt throw, which I love these guys. So we're gonna immediately start targeting these guys with that. Stick that on multi-shot because we really want to push up straight onto this hill if we can. Shift those over that side. Let's keep our slightly more advanced units back here for a moment. Let's push Malekith up a little. And cavalry, so we're going to have to deal with those knights. So we'll shift those guys over to that side. Yeah, we'll shift them over there, and then the cold ones as well, we'll keep back there. Okay, so everyone's got an order now, I think, except for these Dread spears. Okay, so we're going to need to put a couple on each flank, I think. Okay, let's unpause that. Try and get everyone into position as quick as we can. I imagine once we start firing, they're going to come to us. Okay, we're going to have to push these guys up a little more. So they're backing off. So let's start pushing everyone up the hill as fast as we can. They don't really ranged units, but I'm a little concerned about that cavalry. So they're trying to avoid our artillery fire. Now if they're going to have reinforcements coming, something we're going to need to watch out for. So who have they got leading them? They have a Chaos Sorcerer Lord of Fire.
Burn it all.
There's Malekith. He doesn't run. So they're actually pulling right back down that hill. Which is okay with me.
On to slaughter.
So we can't really send these Dark Riders against those Chaos Knights. But the cold ones should be able to do a good job against them. Okay, let's speed up and then we'll see what they do.
Malekith. It is done.
Okay, let's bring these guys around the side a little more. Okay, they are on the move.
Onwards to murder. The merciless host. Dealers in death.
Pull these guys back a little, let our ranged units do some work. Okay, that has done some serious damage. We've got to pull these guys out of there. You can really see how much more damaging magic is in Warhammer 2. Okay, so we can increase power reserves. We have a wind spell. There we go. And we have a hex ability as well. So let's let our range do some work now. Okay, so we've got some advancing from that flank now we need to watch out for. Just keep an eye on those Chaos Knights.
We are ready. Destroy. To destruction.
These guys are doing a good job. Okay, so we're actually coming from both sides.
Dark Shard. Blind Cane. Merciless warriors.
We want to try and chase these guys off the field if we can. Okay, they're rampaging now. Okay, what do we have over here? We have Marauders and Sparring Champions. Pretty good stuff. We really want to deal with these guys though first. So but we've got a bit of time.
All shall tremble. All shall die.
So that's all going in our favour. We'll have to keep these guys back a little.
On to slaughter. Dealers in death. Murder awaits.
Okay, we'll get those guys, put these guys over on this side.
Onward. Eager for battle. Kill everything. Great spears. Murder awaits. Bleak swords. My blade hungers.
Push all those guys up.
Chariots!
I lust for slaughter.
True king! Fight! Chariots! Cold-blooded killers!
Okay, let's push these guys up here.
Cold-blooded killers!
The true king.
What else do we have here? We have some Chaos Spawn. It's more Forsaken. These guys are going to be the problem. They're pretty far out at the moment.
Bolt throwers! Blood McCain! Dark shards!
It looks like they're actually moving around to try and form up with these
Without
guys.
question, by your command. It is done.
Okay, he is still coming, so let's see how Dark Rider's on him.
Dark Riders!
Pull these guys back.
We are ready!
And let's target those champions.
Nagarothi! Druki forward! Corsair handbows! Corsairs! Terror and death! Cold-blooded killers! Bleak swords! Dealers in death! Cold-blooded killers!
Okay, it's not the best match with those spearmen, but we'll have to put them over there for the moment.
Cut! Corsair handbows! We are ready!
Pull these guys back a little.
Dark shards!
This guy's on his own, so we'll probably send Malekith around to deal with him.
Suffering for all.
Battle ready!
This guy really doesn't want to go down.
Riders! Smash! Current spears!
Probably pull these guys out of the fight so we don't lose them. Okay, we just popped the Murderous Prowess. Well, the bar isn't filled up properly. Let's try and get some more ranged in.
Dark shards! Slaughter them! Battle ready! We are ready!
Let's press the advantage while we've got this Murderous Prowess propped.
Current spears! Bloody carnage! Kill them!
And there we go.
Death is delicious! Bleak swords! Going!
Okay, he is rallying, so that's good.
Forward! End them!
Keep up the fire on those guys.
Malekith.
Buff some of these guys up.
Joy of battle!
So it causes damage to itself, but it does boost the power reserves. We didn't really use that anyway. What else do we have here? Chill Winds. Word of Pain. So let's drop some of their melee attack
Hear
there.
my words.
There's a nice little hit.
The Witch King.
Split them open! Dark battle cords!
Okay, we need to get these
Moving out!
Get these Corsairs on this unit over here to support.
Dark shards! No survivors! Murder awaits!
He's running. And that is it. So it was actually relatively easy. Probably one of the early quests for Malekith. Give you a lot of really good units. Don't think we lost anything. Didn't even really need to use some of them.
Behold true power! Dealers in death!
Very nice battle map there. But coming from this direction, and we're never really going to be much of a threat. We really needed sort of an army coming from this side and this side when we got up on the hill. That would have been a little more interesting. So a decent battle, but could have been better. But the map is certainly nice. Let's take a look at the unit stats before we go. What we summoned to was doing our best job. Reaper Bolt Thrower, 94, but the winner is the Dark Shards with the shields, who did 101. So that range fire really did a good job. And they didn't do too much really. So a decent little quest battle. Be interesting to see the other Malekith battles. That one was quite easy. But we'll be getting to those later. So I will see you then.